can't even let my son go feed his chickens because I'm afraid that the dogs will be in there.
Residents in Kern County are speaking out against illegal breeding and careless pet owners. I'm your Bakersfield neighborhood reporter, Veronica Morley, and county officials are looking to increase consequences when it comes to bad behavior.
It only takes that one time that there's a dog that wants to come after my dog, myself, my daughter.
It's become a common sight throughout Kern County, overcrowded shelters and stray animals roaming the streets.
It's overwhelming. I see dead dogs on the side of the road weekly, stray dogs daily.
Kelly Romero sees it in her neighborhood in Oildale, one of the major areas for animal control calls.
When we were in those areas, when we were canvassing, it seemed that the people, it just became normal.
Romero's concerns for the overpopulation of animals in her area stems from fear for the safety of herself, her family, and her pets. And she's not the only one.
I'm coming to speak on the same situation as my family. We're all really frustrated. We just had an incident today again.
A concerned Delano resident speaking at the last Kern County Animal Services Commission meeting, sharing their ongoing frustration over a group of dogs in their neighborhood.
I have a 7 and a 10-year-old. My 7-year-old has a coop of chickens. They were trying to eat the chickens. I'm afraid to let them go out and play in our yards because I'm afraid that they'll be in there.
To address the overpopulation crisis, the County Animal Services Commission is recommending stricter spay and neuter regulations.
Sometimes animal owners exhibit bad behavior, and when we see a pattern, we are going to force them to get their animals fixed.
The proposed ordinance would require pet owners to either spay, neuter, or license their pets, or face hefty fines.
Simply an attempt to require that somebody, a pet owner, who is found to be in violation of a county code that involves animals, so a leash law violation or neglect or cruelty or something along those lines, some other violation, could potentially be required to spay and neuter their pet.
While there has been some opposition, officials say the regulation has several exemptions that apply and focus on addressing the negative impacts of so-called backyard breeders and overpopulation.
It's a big pattern that has gotten worse and worse the last 5 years.
So if they're providing that solution to the problem, then absolutely tack on those fines, because if you want to contribute to the problem, then you should pay into the fix.
While the cost of spay and neuter may be a concern, Kern County Animal Services and rescue organizations point to the number of low-cost resources available. SNP, a mobile spay and neuter bus, travels throughout the county offering low-cost services. While it's unclear when the ordinance could be taken up by the board, until that time, residents like Romero say they'll be on guard.
We go for walks, or I have my daughter with me, and there's other stray dogs around. Sometimes they're feral, sometimes they're friendly, but you just never know.
And penalties under the proposed ordinance would include an administrative citation. In Bakersfield, I'm your neighborhood reporter, Veronica Morley.